I'm from a small town called Topsom, Vermont.
Chicago, Illinois.
I'm from Manhattan, New York.
And I'm from Bleecker, which is right outside of Gloversville, New York.
Don't everybody respond at once.
I'm from a small town in the northwest corner of Connecticut, right between New York and Massachusetts. It's called Lakeville. The town I'm in is Salisbury. It's within the greater Lakeville area.
You're both from Boston.
Yeah, we're both from Boston.
Neither of you are from Boston.
He's not from Boston.
Actually,
I'm more from Boston.
I'm also from a small town in New Hampshire called Raymond, about 8,000 people.
I'm from Cambridge, Mass.
Where are you from,
What?
pony boy?
I'm from Acton, Massachusetts.
About how big population-wise are your respective hometowns?
8.5 million.
I couldn't tell you. You could look it up in an almanac of the Adirondack State Parks.
Probably somewhere between like 4,000 and 6,000. We have a couple celebrity weekenders, which is pretty cool at times.
There are so many people. It's like 50,000. I mean, Cambridge is a really big place. Like, there's a lot of different like districts.
Meryl Streep has a weekend house. Liam Neeson has a weekend house outside of Lakeville. Kevin Bacon had a house there, but I think he sold it. It was on Lake One on Scopomic. Chris Noth still lives there. He's an asshole.
I mean, we're a pretty big suburb. We're around, I think, I would guess 4,000, 5,000, something like that.
People probably leave our town on the weekends, so it's like 8,000 during like the work week, and after that, I don't know, 7, 6.5. I don't know. Like, I don't really stick around my town the weekends. I go elsewhere.
What's your typical Friday?
Typical Friday, get home from school, I guess. Probably either go out to dinner with some friends or have dinner with my family. People would come over, we would just chill, or we'd all go out somewhere to a party or to a friend's house and do whatever we wanted. There was always something to do, really.
I just don't have fun on Friday nights. But a lot of people like to go outside, make bonfires. A lot of people like to just cause havoc, smash mailboxes, crash cars.
I played sports, so it was usually a football game or a basketball game or track practice. And then I was a nerd, so I just played video games with my friends. That's where our parties. Just go to a friend's house and play video games for 7 straight hours.
Is that code for cook meth?
No, it's not code for cook meth.
We prefer heroin.
Oh, cow tipping? That's a good one. If you can find a good cornfield and just spin around in it, that's pretty good too.
A lot of poker.
Yeah, same.
One of my friends has this attic, and we just go up there, smoke cigars, and play poker.
We got a trailer. It's pretty sick.
Same. No, no. I like to go to the movies. Yeah, I also don't have fun on Friday nights, so I don't know. Walk around the city, go shopping.
Yeah, try to get out of Connecticut. We like to take road trips to different parts of New York, Kingston, Manhattan, if we can get far enough.
My closest friend is about a 10-minute drive away, so, and it's very twisty, turny road, so.
If I had friends, I could walk to their houses, because I'm sure they'd be close.
I'd like to borrow my dad's Subaru from time to time, Subaru.
I mean, I'll drive, I guess, half the time and walk the other half. Like, everything in my town's close enough. Like, if you want to exercise, you can walk. I can walk to a friend's house in like 5 or 10, 15 minutes.
How far away is the nearest hospital from either of you?
On the corner?
It's about a 7-minute drive, 10-minute drive.
Going how fast?
It depends, you know. If you go fast enough, it's a 5-minute drive. That's what I can say.
There are a lot of dirt roads, and when you have a dirt road, generally it's not going to be 2 lanes wide. So if I meet somebody on the dirt road, I need to pull over into the ditch to let them go through, or they have to do it. So a lot of the time you'll actually get into an awkward situation where neither of you will make a move to pull over, and then you're like, oh, what am I supposed to do now? Where's the nearest grocery store?
On the corner.
We have a small convenience store down the road that's open not every day, so you don't really know the schedule. So the actual only reliable store to go to is near the hospital.
There's like one on like every other corner.
We got I think two or three in the town, and the closest one is about, again, like a 10-15 minute walk.
How long does it take to get to your next school?
It was almost exactly 30 minutes for me driving.
10-minute drive.
10 minutes away.
Same.
A lot of kids have been stealing from places lately, but all the people who've been caught are people who have summer homes in Vermont. Like, there were a group of kids from Rhode Island who were robbing everybody and their brother, actually right around where I live. We're lucky we didn't get robbed.
A lot of deer all over the place.
Oh yeah, many times I've like almost hit a deer. Yeah, a lot of people actually in my town, the biggest accident causing thing is probably hitting deer or something.
Yeah, it's usually
Or some animal.
There's a lot of drunk driving, It's pretty terrifying. My grandfather was a big drunk driver back in the day. Notorious for his drunk driving style, which is the opposite of what you might think. He just drove incredibly slowly when he was drunk.
We've got a bunch of 24-hour bodegas, which are, you know, just corner stores. Yeah, it's just a corner
bodega.
Yeah, it's just a corner store. They usually run by people who don't care if your ID is fake or not. They stay open quite frequently. The bike shop is open 6 days a week. The coffee shop is open 7 days a week. The grocery store doesn't close. Neither does the pharmacy.
Across the street from my house, there are like miles of trails that can like take you anywhere in like the southeast part of the state.
Yeah, we actually have part of the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, stuff doesn't close a lot.
There's only the Sawdust Cafe, so if you go to Gloversville, it's pretty much open like Saratoga is, but yeah,
The Sawdust Cafe.
that's the convenience store / restaurant.
On the other side of the hill where I live, there's this clan of people, and we're not sure what kind of drugs they're into, but they're into some kind of drugs. And at least once a year, this woman rents out her basement. I'm not making this up. She rents out her basement to people. At least once a year, somebody dies in that basement.
How many houses would you estimate are in the general vicinity of your house?
Well, there are 625 apartments in my building, which equates to over 2,000 people. If you want to count the neighboring buildings, I think we'll go up to about 10,000.
We had my house. Then next door there was a trailer.
Actually, Vermont is one of the states with the lowest amount of gun crime, yet at the same time it has some of the least strict gun laws. So a lot of gun rights activists like to point to Vermont as a poster child and say, look, they have not very many gun laws and they don't go around killing each other. Whereas in places where guns are more restricted, there's a lot more gun violence. I'm not sure if that correlation means anything or not, but it's still interesting.
Well, I'm not really sure of the gun laws in Chicago, but I know we are the murder capital as of now.
But
No, you're good.
all right.
You're good.
Everyone celebrated a day where no one died. They put that in the papers. Nobody was murdered today, and that was a celebration. So.
Cell service. No problems.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Perfect. Pretty much everywhere except Brooklyn.
I don't get cell service. My internet was dial-up until I was 13 or maybe 15, I don't remember. But we didn't have cable until I was 13 either.
No, not at all. Actually, about 2 minutes up the road from my house, I do have cell service. So in the summer when I'm really lonely, I will just walk or drive up there to check my text messages. But no, and then the other way, I don't get cell service for 20 minutes.
Yeah, actually, as of recently, we just got a cell tower like 3 miles from my house.
Yeah, I got cell service.
Yeah, it's interesting. And our internet is atrociously slow. We have a satellite thing, and I mean, it's usable, and I've learned to not mind it, but other people that would use it would freak out because it's such a pain.
Yes, I get cell service in my house.
Junior high and then 1 high school.
But how many, like, that's like 1 high school. I'm talking like 5 high schools.
We got a big deal over here.